Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are here for episode 3 of our Formula 1 23 My Team Career Mode. If you guys are wondering what happened to the driver career mode series, don't worry, it will be back because we had the issue with the My Team bug. I decided to do 2 videos of My Team this week just to catch up with the driver career mode schedule, so there's an even number of videos for everyone. So driver career mode will return on Tuesday, but we are here for the Monaco Grand Prix, and it seems a little early in the schedule. That's just because we have a 10 race season, and I obviously want to have Monaco in the first season. As much as I hate this track, I feel like you're just kind of obligated to have it, but we're just doing some quick practice sessions before we head into qualifying here. And I don't have very high expectations for this race. As most of you know, I suck at this track for the most part. We did end up winning it in F1 22 after like 4 or 5 attempts of not even finishing the race due to my own failures and due to the car's failures. But we're going to see what we could do here in Monaco with this new handling model. It should make things a little easier. And there's also no rain for this weekend, thank the heavens. We have dry practice sessions, dry qualifying sessions, and we're going to have a dry race. So hopefully we can put up a decent pace. If we came in P10 in Jeddah, I'd be very surprised if we can, fight for the points here, but it's looking pretty good so far. We got a purple sector 2. I'm not sure which one to follow, whether what it says on the map or what it says on the top right, because it says we greened it, which just means a personal best, not a session best or whatever you want to call it. But we're gonna cross the line at the end of Q1, and somehow we are in P1 by almost a tenth of a second over Max Verstappen, so maybe a little bit lucky. I do go out quite late, so the track could just be a little more rubbered in, giving me a lot more grip. But into Q2, we put up our first lap on a set of mediums, and we're in P2 already. After that first hot lap, we're now on the soft tires, so now I'm kind of thinking maybe we could actually do some damage here in Monaco and possibly bounce back from our poor race, I would say, in Jeddah. Surprisingly, we're gonna cross the line once again, improving by almost 0.2 of a second, and we are leading the session once again at the end of Q2, so there could be a potential pole position here. Jack Doohan does not make it into Q2. We are leading both the Red Bulls and literally everyone else. Our first flyer into Q3 though doesn't look too good. We are in P7. It's a very tight grid though. We are only 0.3 back of pole position, so we are here for the final flyer to see maybe we could nab a pole position here in Monaco, and that would be great, because after that the strategy would just be to park the bus and hope for the best. Fingers crossed. I don't think we would win. We definitely don't have the car to win a Monaco Grand Prix, but we're going to see what we could do here through the first few turns. We jump up to 0.3 of a second, and we purple Sector 1 with qualifying complete. Most drivers make it on to their second flyer. I might be a little bit behind, so I think they've kind of completed it, which means that the grid is set through Sector 2 into the tunnel section. We are now 0.6 up, so this lap is looking good. If we are 0.3 back, we're potentially looking at a pole position here with this current lap time. We lose a little bit of time through the chicane, exiting the tunnel. For me, that has to be the hardest turn on the track. You could definitely lose or gain a lot of time if you get it right or if you get it wrong, but through the pole section, we purple Sector 2 as well, so I think we might actually get on pole here through the penultimate corner. We're 1.2 seconds up, and then through the final corner we jump up another tenth of a second. We're hovering around 1.3 seconds over our previous lap. We're gonna cross the line, and it's gonna be a pole position. In the I don't understand how the heck we are getting a pole position this early in the season, but I will take it. We finished 0.3 faster than George Russell and almost a second quicker than Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen. So I don't know, maybe their focus is off, or the difficulty / AI is just a lot easier in this game than I expected. But let's get into this race and let's see what we could do. I don't think we're going to be able to hold off for a win, but we're going to try our absolute best here.
burn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please.
Alright, so we have somehow managed to get a pole position in Monaco. I have no idea how that happened. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. We have like a middle of the pack car, and somehow we still get onto pole position. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do it live, because like I don't even believe it myself sometimes that we're playing on 105. I'm pretty sure I raised it to 105. If not, it's at 100. But I shouldn't be on pole position, I feel like, with the car like this at 100, 105. Maybe I'm just better than I expect, but I suspect that the AI might just be a little bit too easy in this game, or the handling model just makes the game a lot easier than it was in F122. But I'm going to go to the difficulty live after the Grand Prix, because you can't see it right now. I don't know why they changed it, so you can't see what your difficulty is until after the race. But you can't change it during the race, obviously, that most of you know. But we're on pole position, and I suspect one of three things will happen. The first one, our pace is actually going to be good, and we're going to go on to win the Grand Prix, which is what I would like. The second thing would be that we don't have good pace, and we get undercut or overcut in the pit lane. And then the third thing, which is what happened last season, is that we have a DNF. But let's get on the grid here. Let's see which of those three things happens here today. As we got George Russell behind us, starting on the mediums. He might get a better start here. Alright, here we go for the Monaco Grand Prix. We got 5 red lights, and this race is underway here. And we get off the line very well. George Russell sweeps in behind us, and we are in the lead of this Grand Prix going into turn 1. Perez gets overtaken by Verstappen, Hamilton down in P5, George Russell on the hunt, 4 tenths behind, looking to overtake us in what should be a much slower car than the Mercedes. But we're going to find out here how our real race pace actually is. Maybe we're just a better driver than everyone suspects. We put up a purple sector 1. It is lap 1 though, as we head through the hairpin. Verstappen moves up into P3. Actually, he already moved up into P3. It's just my bad commentary. As we head through the tunnel section, we got a little bit of wheel spin, and we're pulling away from George Russell a little bit. We're going to use the battery here as we head down into the chicane. I think the strategy here, we got to watch our tires, because the last 2 races our tire wear was awful. And maybe we could just park the bus here and kind of just manage the tires, so that by the end of the stint we have some tire life. Oh, maybe we won't be able to do that as George Russell now, right on our bumper. Can't give him any room. We're just parking the bus here. So we're going to box this lap. We're on lap 20, but so Jeff is saying we have to box this lap, but I might stay out for a few laps longer, because these tires are toast. They're at like 40-something%, and we're switching on to the medium, so we're gonna have to go about the same race distance that we did on the hard tires. So I think I'm gonna stay on these hard tires for a few more laps, just so we can get a little bit more life out of the medium tires. We have a bit of a cushion right now over George Russell, which is gonna help us. He's on the medium tire, and he hasn't even boxed yet, so I don't want to box before him. And he's going to go onto the hard tire, which is going to give him a big advantage in the back half of the race when our tires start to inevitably fall off. Verstappen's still out here with us as well. Perez is out here with us, and then Lewis Hamilton dove into the pits to get a new pair of medium tires. We are staying out for now. We're going to see... Okay, so everyone's going to pit now, so we're going to push here. Perez is staying out with us as well. He is 3 seconds ahead. So let's see with that clean air he's got, if he can close the gap on us. And we almost went right into the wall there. Let's get into the pits here. Hopefully this was enough to put us out in front, or we might have made a mistake and we might drop down to P2. We're trying to get our first win on the season here. Perez is in the pits with us because Verstappen went in last lap. George Russell and Verstappen are heading down through the pool chicane now. Is it gonna be enough as they head through the final corners there? Coming up the main straight now. Oh, we might lose out to them. Let's see. Oh, Hamilton out of the pit. And we squeeze in behind Verstappen. We drop down to P4. One of the McLarens is in P1. So that strategy does not pay off. Maybe we should have pitted with the rest of the field there. But we got to up our pace here. See if we can overtake here in Monaco. Which is going to be a little bit challenging to get overtaken in the pits. Oh man, I think we might have blown our first win there, but we're gonna see what we could do here as we are right on Verstappen's gearbox. I think we definitely have a lot more pace than them, but we're about to find out. Duhan in the pit lane as well. Now, the only thing is there's a lot of traffic here, not a lot of overtaking spots. Okay, we're gonna see if we could dive Verstappen going into sector 2, just before the hairpin maybe, but we gotta get close to him here. It's gonna be a little bit tough. I think we screwed up there. Let's see. No, not close enough here. Hamilton now leading this race. There's a little battle for P1 going between the CRM6, Verstappen, and Lewis Hamilton. We're getting another opportunity here. Right on Verstappen's gearbox. We need a good exit out of the last corner. We're gonna turn on the battery. And can we get him going into turn 1? Oh my god, he's going on the defensive, and I think we had contact with him on the rear bumper. Do we have damage to the car? I don't think so. He goes on the defensive, he blocks us off, and we almost have a collision going into turn 1. I think the car is fine though. We just missed him. Oh my goodness, I was not expecting that level of defense from Verstappen. Let's see if we can dive bomb him here maybe. Oh, that is not going to work. Almost had contact with them again. A little bit of a ballsy move. Maybe we can try and go for it here again. Is he going to try and defend us? Yeah, he's going to cover that off. Oh, we have a wheel spin through turn 1. Dang it. It's really hard to follow here on Monaco. I've never been this close of a race in Monaco. I've either been way at the back or way ahead in front. We've never really been in a battle here, so, you know, learning something new in this F123 My Team career mode. So can we just squeeze it in through the middle? Oh, no. Yeah, that was definitely a no-go. We're just trying everything here. Okay, let's see. Maybe we could overtake Verstappen into the hairpin. I'm getting sick and tired of being behind this guy. We're just going to see. Maybe we could squeeze our way through here. Force him wide. We have contact along the wall. I'm going to give him space through the next turn here. We're going side by side, leaving him all the space. And we finally get past Verstappen to take P2. He was going so slow, man. I had a lot of opportunities to try and pass him. A little bit dirty. We really forced our way through. But we finally get past Max Verstappen, go into P2. Let's see now, with 11 laps to go here, can we get the march on towards Lewis Hamilton and get the lead of this race back? And just a lap later, we are 4/10 behind Hamilton, so we're definitely quicker than them, which I don't understand. I think we are a little bit closer with the Mercedes and the Red Bull, but we should not be overtaking Max Verstappen like that in Monaco on 100 or 105. I'm pretty sure it's 105. But you know what I mean? Like, okay, no, we're definitely not squeezing in there. I think we kind of just screwed ourselves over a little bit. A little bit throttle happy at the moment, trying to get past Lewis Hamilton. We're already 1.4 in front of Verstappen, which is crazy. We got 9 laps to go here. I think we can get P1 as long as our tires can just hold on. And Hamilton on those harder tires just is a little bit slower. Let's see right here. Oh, come on. We're wheel to wheel with Hamilton through the hairpin, but it's not enough. He just squeezes us out once again. Oh my gosh, man. AI being very respectful, though. I've been kind of overly aggressive, I will say, but I want to win this race, man. Oh my god, can we go for it here? We're going wheel to wheel with Hamilton through the pool section, and there's just not enough room for either of us, but I squeezed right through Hamilton to take P1 in this race, and I think he just backed into me. Did he just back into me? I just felt a lot of contact behind me, but that battling has allowed the entire field behind us to catch up, And we are now in the lead of this race with 6 laps left to go after being undercut in the pit lane. We've stormed back to Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton to take P1 in this race. For now, we just have to hold it, which I don't think will be too difficult. We just got to park the bus at this point, which I'm pretty good at here.
Okay, we're looking at some gearbox wear, so try to keep the number of shifts to a minimum.
Okay, this is my one issue here. I've been staring at that yellow gearbox the entire race, and I'm just praying that it does not go out. Oh, come on. Our first win of the season could possibly be blocked by engine issues or gearbox issue. I didn't replace it.
Okay, you've lost access to one of the gears. You've lost one of the gears due to a fault in the gearbox there.
It seems to be like one of the low gears, it looks like. Maybe gear 2. Okay, I think I can... Oh, no, I think that's gear 4. Oof, okay, that's going to be a little bit difficult. So we're going to have to hold out without gear 4, I think. Yeah, it's gear 4. It's not too much of an issue, honestly.
Okay, bad news on the gearbox.
Oh my God.
The team are trying everything they can think of, but
No.
they're not optimistic. Just keep at it. Do your
Okay,
best.
okay.
That's all we can ask.
Okay, Mark is scaring the crap out of me right now. Come on, we've got to hold this gearbox off for 5 laps. 5 laps, we're missing gear 4, which is a little bit of an issue, but we can deal with that. Just don't fail on me, please, Mark. Do everything you can in that pit lane. Come on, the team needs this. I need this. We want to get our first win here. At Monaco would be absolutely insane, too. Oh, we got the gear back, yes! Okay, so we got it back for now. Hopefully that can hold off until the end of the race. We're approaching some back markers here on the grid. So we might be overlapping some people here in our 3rd race of the team's history, essentially. Hopefully we can get that done. A lot of wheel spin. Oh god, okay, Hamilton. Right on our gearbox now. 8/10 behind. Not right on our gearbox. I'm just used to saying that a little bit. We got 3 laps to go here. Can we hold off Lewis Hamilton with a very worn out gearbox? Mark has worked his magic there in the pit wall, and he has restored our gearbox for now. I wouldn't be surprised if we lost it again. So we're approaching the back markers now. And I don't even think in F122 I was able to overlap anyone ever in a race. Maybe once, but we're definitely going to be overlapping these guys. They got the blue flags out. They're going to have to get out of the way for me. And hopefully they don't hold me up too much. Preferably down the straight would be a great place to overtake them. They'll be riding in the dirty air for a little bit. Wow, look at that. With 3 races in this career, we are overlapping drivers, which is absolutely crazy. Get out of my way, please. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're overlapping drivers, but I think something's wrong with the AI, honestly. There's no way. I really don't understand. With the midfield car at 105, we are overlapping cars in P1 in Monaco. I know the handling model has done a lot. It's definitely a lot easier to drive Monaco. F122 driving Monaco was an absolute nightmare. We almost crashed the car in qualifying. We had contact with Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton, overtaking them. Thank God we did not sustain any damage there. The car has been fine. Our gearbox almost imploded on us, and it could still potentially implode on us on this final lap here, but we're in P1. Lewis Hamilton in P2, Verstappen somehow down in P3. Maybe his focus just isn't all there as it is in real life, but it's looking like we are going to be getting our first win for the team in team history, and the first win for me in I guess my career mode. We're just going off the assumption that I'm a rookie here. And we're gonna head through this tunnel section, and Hamilton is just under a second behind us. My game is like really choppy right now, and I have no idea as to why. but we're going to take a live look at the difficulty after this race, because I just want to show you guys that I'm not like screwing around here. If it's not at 105, it's definitely at 100. But maybe, I don't know, should I bump it up to 110? Like, I don't know what's going on with the game, or if the AI is just too easy. Maybe I'll try bump it up to 110. Let me know in the comments, but we are going to cross the line here. It's going to be a P1 in Monaco for the first win in our F1 My Team career mode. Let's go. Wow. But difficulty aside, what a freaking drive, man. Holy crap. So we get pole. We lead the race, we drop down to P3 after the pit stop, and then we overtake Verstappen and Hamilton to retake the lead of the race. We overlapped a few drivers at the back of the grid, and then we win the race. We didn't get the fastest lap though. If I was able to get out in front in P1, I think I could have gotten the fastest lap. We were 1/1000th off the fastest lap. What? Oh my gosh, Charles Leclerc gets a 113.605. I get a 113.606. Oh, so we probably could have gotten the fastest lap. I wonder which lap that was. Just a little tiny microscopic mistake, costing us the fastest lap of this race, costing us a point in this race. We're joined alongside Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen on the podium. Jack Doohan doesn't have a great race either. He finishes in P18. He was the next driver I was bound to overlap, which would have been kind of embarrassing. Maybe we got to look for a new teammate come the mid-season, but I think before we hit the mid-season, if our next race is really good as well, I'm just gonna bump it up to 110, assuming it's at 105 here. I'm just gonna go through the standings and all that, and then I will show you guys the difficulty live. I'm not gonna, you know, cut the video or anything along those lines. You can't change it during the race. I'm sure most of you guys who play the game know that, so just so you guys know, I'm not like cheating or anything like that. Carlos Sainz is leading the championship somehow. We are in P3 tied with Sergio Perez. I don't think that'll last for long though. We're bound to have some sort of durability issues. Our gearbox almost imploded on us in this race, as something usually happens to us in Monaco. But maybe we are looking a lot stronger in Monaco, and that luck is starting to change because we've now won 2 races in a row in Monaco. That would be in the F1 22 series, and now in F1 23. So we're still in P4 in the Constructors Championship. We're 20 points behind Mercedes, and we are a bunch of points ahead of Aston Martin. Ferrari and Red Bull are currently in their own tier of racing because they have 2 good drivers driving for them right now, and we do not. But even if we did have 2 good drivers, I don't think this P4, maybe the P4 constructors will stand, but this P3 in the Drivers Championship definitely won't stand if I end up bumping it to 110. If we bump it to 110 and I'm still fast, then maybe I should have just started off with the crappiest car, because I chose the mid-tier car because I thought we wouldn't be really winning any races in the first season, maybe one race towards the end of the season. But if we're winning Monaco, we had a strong pace too. We were consistently a second ahead of whoever was behind us. I believe it was George Russell for the majority of the race. We were a second ahead of him for most of it, and then by the end of the race we were a second ahead of Lewis Hamilton. It was really just the gearbox hampering us and our tire wear, which is still an issue that we have to work on. But let's head over to the main screen here. I'm just gonna click advance, and we're gonna see what the difficulty is at. I'm just gonna turn the camera on as well. Doohan, we got a bunch of team acclaim points, blah blah blah. Sponsorship money, oh that's great, 170k in the bank. We should be getting our second sponsor anytime soon, which would also be great, so we can upgrade the facilities for our team, get some more upgrades in, because you know, you guys saw in the last race we had a bunch of issues with getting upgraded parts in. But let's head over to the difficulty. Did I up it? Yeah, it's at 105. So I don't know what to do. If we're winning Monaco at 105, I don't know. So we got the Canadian Grand Prix up next, which I'm pretty strong at, I would say. And if we win that race by a landslide, I'm gonna bump it to 110, and I'm gonna be pretty proud of myself because I didn't think I'd be getting a 110 so soon. We also have to replace the gearbox here. I'm just gonna turn off my camera so you guys can see. We got 1,799 R&D points that we can use for upgrades. I'm gonna try and go for a tire wear upgrade. Where would that be? That's a great question. It'd be in the chassis, no? Major tire wear. Okay, yeah, so we're probably gonna get this one here just to help us with the tire wear a bit more. So what is this? Heavy dampers, or heave dampers, not heavy dampers. And that'll put us ahead of Mercedes. Then we got 399 points left over. We can push through this gearbox improved materials that failed in the last, or going into the last race. Do we have enough for another sponsor? Yes, we do have enough for another sponsor. So let's sign another sponsor here. I always try to go for something with a high goal bonus. But I don't want to do anything too crazy. Achieve a top 4 finish during the race. We did just win Monaco, but I don't want to take that risk, assuming that we just had a good race or the other driver's focus was off. We just passed Aston Martin going into Monaco in terms of performance, which is great. And we now have the 4th best car on the grid, so maybe winning Monaco wasn't too far off. I think that's just a matter of difficulty, and maybe I have to change the amount of points that we're getting. I think I'll bump it to 110 first if we do have a good race in the next one. And then if that doesn't do anything, then I'll lower the resource generation that we have for the team. And thank God we have all these upgrades coming in. No issues whatsoever. So our car is going to be nice and juicy for the Canadian Grand Prix, which is what we got next. We got the home Grand Prix up next. That is going to be it for this one, guys. As always, if you've watched up to this point, be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Hopefully we have another good Audi, because I kind of want to bump it up to 110 and see what that is like. We've definitely come a long way from F1 2021. I think in F1 2021 we were playing at around 80 or 85, and then since then we've moved up to 105, so pretty significant jump. But if you guys are looking forward to the Canadian Grand Prix, be sure to hit the notification bell so you guys know when that video comes out. The next video will be a driver career mode, so we'll get back on the schedule of 1 driver career mode, 1 my team career mode video per week. But thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a great day, guys.